Hello and welcome to day 7 of hashtag 12 days of Christmas in July. Today we're going to create a festive box and I'm going to show you step by step how to create it without any special cutting dice. So first I'm going to use some scallop nesting dice, but if you don't have it you can always use some circle nesting dice or a circle cutter tool and that will be perfectly fine. So I've got white card, 250 GSM and 7 inches scallop die. I die cut it twice here and I'm going to assemble it together using my one and only liquid glue because I will have time to maneuver all those elements here. If you haven't heard about hashtag 12 Days of Christmas in July, it is hosted by Monika, PaperMona. All the informations are in the description down below. So when this element is ready, I also die cut 2 more elements using the same cutting die. As I told you, it is about 7 inches wide. However, you can also use some circle nesting dice or a circle cutter. That'll be perfectly fine. So one will go at the top and one at the bottom. Now I'm going to decorate the top of that box. It is super easy. I die cut the same element using, let's say, the skin color and the red one. So first, let's create the face of Santa. So I'm going to glue that element on top of the white panel. And when this is ready, then I'm going to use scissors and create a Santa's hat. Super quick and simple. So with the leftover, I can use it to die cut some other elements for my future projects. Now when this is ready, as you can see, it doesn't have to be perfect. All you have to do is to use your scissors and we're going to cover that cut line later on. So when this is ready, now I'm going to move on to my next step. So I've got white card and 1 inch circle punch. As you can see, I created that circle and that will be at the top of that Santa's hat. And with that element here, I'm going to use my scissors and create the white bit for Santa's hat. It doesn't have to be perfect again. All you have to do is to create a wave. And if it doesn't work for you, you can always adjust it. And that's what I'm going to do in a moment because it is a little bit too wide. All you need is a pair of scissors. So as you can see, it already looks like Santa's hat and I really like it. And then you have to decide if you want to use the scallop die to create the beard or as I did here, I actually use white cardstock and that was perfectly fine. So I'm going to use my bookbinding glue here to attach that white element at the top and then we can create some other elements. As you can see, I'm using heavyweight cardstock. This one is from Lidl. I absolutely love it. Now with that leftover white card, I'm going to use my pencil to draw around the bottom of the face and I'm going to create a beard for Santa. Super quick, simple. Again, all you need is a pair of scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect. So first I'm going to fussy cut that element. Now I'm going to create that beard shape. As I told you, this video is a part of hashtag 12 Days of Christmas in July collaboration hosted by Monika PaperMona. There are other crafters taking part in this collaboration, including Katarina, Benita from Under a Pile of Papers, Shirley from Handmade by Shirley, Mel, and myself. Also, Monika PaperMona. All the links to the YouTube videos and channels are in the description down below. And as I told you, today's theme is a festive box, so every single one of us created a slightly different project, and I really recommend to check every single one because they are absolutely fabulous. And also, if you'd like to take part in this challenge every single day, we're going to use a different prompt for Christmas Make. Today is day 7, and I wonder how many Christmas projects have you created this July? Please let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, I'm going to add the shape to the top of the beard and using black card, I'm going to create one circle. It is exactly the same size as the white circle at the top. I'm going to create eyes for Santa. And to do it, I'm going to actually cut it in half. So I've got two semicircles and I thought something is missing. So I'm going to use a slightly smaller punch to create white elements for the eyes. When they are ready, I thought it would be a good idea to also add a nose and mustache as well for the box. And to do it, as you can see, I'm using the leftover I had from the top of my box. Again, I'm going to use exactly the same punch, and then I'm going to fussy cut mustache. All you have to do is to create the shape, and you can always adjust it or trim it. So for this box, you don't really need any special tools, and that's what I really like about this project. How many times have you created a Christmas or festive box? I think this one will be perfect for gingerbread cookies. If you agree with me, please let me know in the comments down below. So this box is actually pretty simple to create, and I'm going to show you how to give dimension to your box. It is super easy. All you need is to have a heavyweight cardstock for actually the sides of your box. And now I decided to add a little bit more double-sided foam adhesive to the nose and mustache so we actually can see which one is higher on our box. And I really like to add a little bit of liquid glue, then double-sided foam adhesive and liquid glue as well. So what do you think about that Santa's face so far? Do you like it? I really, really hope you do. If you want, you can also add some sparkle to the beard, and that will be really cool as well. So when this is ready, then we can create sides for the box. But before I do it, I thought it would be a good idea to actually create some circles. And I'm going to show you how to do it. But before I do it, I decided to create some eyebrows as well for that Santa. However, if you don't want to, that is absolutely fine. And if you do two at the same time, you actually have a mirror image, which I think really saves time because they are exactly the same. And if you haven't seen my other videos in this collaboration, I'm going to leave them at the end of this video, but also throughout the video so you can check them out. And especially the very amazing project for day number 2, it is very similar. I'm not using any special tools to create my very shaped Christmas card. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, so when the eyebrows are ready, you can decide if you want to use double-sided foam adhesive or not. The choice is absolutely yours. And I really, really hope you'll feel inspired to create your own version. So now I'm going to create two circles using my circle cutter from Made to Surprise. I really like it. It is very versatile. And first, I'm going to set it to 6 inches. As I told you, my scalloped element was 7 inches. I'm going to remove the top here so I can cut it. And that will be the bigger circle for my box. When this is ready, I'm going to change the measurement literally slightly smaller. And this way, we will have the top and the bottom of the box. If you want, you can also create a square box. That will be perfectly fine using your scoring board. So now I've got the top and the bottom. The bigger one will go at the top. I'm not really sure if you can see it here, but it is slightly different. So now I'm going to have 4 panels, 2 panels measuring 2 by 11 and 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 of an inch all the way down. And I need 2 pieces of those to create the sides for my box. Now I've got the panel measuring 3 inches by 11 and 3/4, and I'm going to score it at 2.5 of an inch all the way down. When this is ready, now it is time to fold it and burnish and actually create those elements that we can create the circular box. It is super easy. If you've never ever created that type of box, I'm going to show you how to do it. So now I'm going to use my scissors and cut those 4-sided elements all the way. And when this is ready, then we can attach them to those circles. And that's how you create a circular box. Really easy. So, as I told you, you don't really need any special tools to do it. And if you've never ever created a Christmas or festive box, I really hope you'll feel inspired by our projects. So, for the first 12 of days in July, at 6 p.m. UK time, we've got tutorials and projects to share with you. And as I told you, every single day we're going to have a different Christmas prompt. So check all those information in the description down below. So now I'm going to repeat the process with the three other panels. So now they are ready and we can attach them to those circles. So this one is smaller circle and I'm going to use the bigger panels and that will go at the bottom of my box. And this is the way to do it. The lid is usually bigger. That is the way to do it. So as you can see, I'm attaching those notches here and it is very easy. If you want, you can also use your finger to actually create a circular shape with your panel so it's not that straight. So as you can see, the first panel is nearly done and then I'm going to trim the other one slightly so they're going to fit together. So, I think for this one, actually, liquid glue is your best friend because then you can maneuver the elements and make sure everything will be adhered the way you wanted. So, as you can see, I'm going to put some glue here. Now, I'm going to trim, I think, one or two notches at the bottom and we can adhere the other part. And as you can see, I'm putting all the notches on the outside element because I'm going to hide it with the scalloped elements you saw earlier on. So when this is ready, it is a good idea to make sure the glue is set before you move on to the next step. So I would leave it for about 2 minutes just to make sure everything will work perfectly fine. So when this is ready, as you can see, I'm using my fingers to burnish it inside. Now I've got the bigger circle and those smaller panels, and that will go at the top of my box. As you can see, I'm using my fingers to actually make it a little bit more circular. And this one is so much easier to maneuver. So when this is ready, again, I'm going to leave it for about 2 minutes to set on the side and we can check if the lid and the base of your circular box work together. And I also wonder, have you ever used that circle cutter? If you haven't, it is a game changer. You don't really need any circle cutting dice or nesting dice because this one you can create slightly smaller or bigger circles, which is just perfect for making those boxes. And if you do have yours, please let me know what brand do you use. I know this one is not available at the moment, but if you have one, I know some other brands have created them as well. And once I even saw one in Hobbycraft in London. So when this is ready, make sure all those notches are secured, so burnish it inside as well. So now as you can see, the box can easily be closed and we can put those top and bottom bases. I started with the top, so I'm going to put the glue on my element here and then attach my Santa's face. And I really want them. What do you think about it? Please let me know if you'd like to see other, let's say, Christmas people here as well. I was wondering if I can make a snowman or maybe elf. And if you do create one, please share it using that hashtag 12 days of Christmas in July on social media. That will be absolutely amazing because then everyone can see your makes. So now, as you can see, the base is ready and we can attach the lid and the bottom. Super quick, simple, and very effective. As you can see, there is plenty of space to put your gingerbread cookies inside. And I think this is such a good way to create something special for a Christmas gift. So here you can see all the amazing crafters taking part in this collaboration hosted by Monika, PaperMona. We've got Katarina, Benita, Shirley, Mel, and myself. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video and I really hope to see you tomorrow for another Christmas make. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting! Bye!